Hello and welcome back, or welcome if you're new. Today we're going to be continuing on with Cemetery Mary, and I know it was a little bit of a cliffhanger. We were going to be going back to the cemetery, and that is exactly what we're going to be doing now. So let's just get right to it. Even though I knew a general area of where everyone was, I didn't really have an idea of who I was looking for. I think you might be interesting. Decided I sat myself down by the grave. I then shifted myself into a laying position over top of it. This felt weird, but I had to know. Shut my eyes and tried to think of nothing more than sleep, hoping that I could somehow fall asleep soon. And I'm not exactly sure when, but I did, for I woke up the second, for I woke up to the sound of a graceful violin. It happened again, just like with Sunny. I woke up somewhere new. This is a theater, isn't it? It's soaked in shades of green. I'd never been in a place like this before. It felt like a dream, and yet not quite. It wasn't quite a dream, right? What is this place? Look around, take a whiff, feel, listen, approach the stage. We've got several options to be able to choose from, so whoever's grave you are visiting was a violinist. I feel like they would like for someone to actually listen. The sound of an elegant violin reverberated through the theater. The violinists atop the stage continued to play despite the fact that I was the only one here. It was beautiful to listen to. I felt as if I could sit in one of these chairs for hours and listen. And I know I did not have that kind of time. Still, what a shame to come off such a performance so early. Feel. I reached out and touched the chairs. Although I could see that they had a fabric covering, they felt like anything but. The dust did not come off to my hands, and the chairs themselves felt like dollhouse furniture. Plastic-like. Fake. Alright, so take a whiff. I took a deep inhale, trying to smell what I could. Everything smelt faintly of lilies, but I couldn't see any flowers here at all, which, in my opinion, is a little sad. Such a lovely musician should at least receive a bouquet. Alright, and I was in an old theater. The seats surrounding me seemed dusty. It looked as if they hadn't been sat in for quite some time. There was no one here except for me, and a violinist on the stage. I don't know if they noticed me here or not. Regardless, they continued playing. Alright, so the last thing that we haven't done is approach the stage. I walked up to the stage. The musician's image began coming clearer to me as I did. They noticed me approaching, shifting their gaze onto me. They slowly stopped playing their violin. They placed it off to the side, expecting me to join them on the stage. So I did. I climbed up the short stairs that led up onto the stage. The echoes creaked loudly into the huge room. The musician had gestured to an extra stool, hiding just behind the curtain. I grabbed it and placed it beside theirs. Lydian Walton? The one and only. It is. Really is you? Well, I don't see who else it could be. Yes, and I am. So it all checks out, does it not? Uh, I mean, I guess so. Then what brings you here, my dear? Well, sleep, I guess. Sleep? That's a tad silly, don't you think? Silly? You're playing a violin to an empty theater. Oh, it's not empty. You're here after all. Well, I suppose you have a point. Wait, I'm getting off topic. I wanted to talk about How is this possible? Am I really speaking to a dead person right now? Let's see, How should I know? I'm not the dead person expert here. Well, neither am I. Are you sure? You're the only one always visiting us after all. I'd say you're more like us than them, if anything. Me? Visiting? But I've never been here before. Well, maybe once before, but that's it. Nonsense. You're always here. I'd even say you're here more often than you aren't. I don't understand. Oh, I'm sure you don't, little flower girl. I suppose all those little petals that I find their way upon my stage just happen to fall from the sky. I don't follow. Silly, silly, silly. You're always bringing flowers. Do you think we don't receive them? Wait, sorry? Are you telling me when I bring flowers, they wind up here? Seems so. Then I really am talking to a dead person right now. Not very quick, are you, dear? That's all right. Sorry, it's very exciting to be actually talking to you. Yes, I used to get that a lot. Although normally in a different context. Wow, this is so, wait, I am a bit confused though. Lydian, yes? Well, it's just that, according to your tombstone and all, yes, what about it? Well, if it's correct, you shouldn't be this young. You look like you couldn't be my age. But how could that be? You died when you were in your 70s. It's true. Then, well, I guess I'm just having trouble understanding. Because you look very good for your age. Very funny. But no, it's true that I died in my 70s. I just liked my looks better than when I was younger. Can you blame me? I believe that was my prime. Wait, so you're telling Mary? And once again, I was ripped out of this strange world by a very familiar voice. Mars, what are you doing? You okay? Crowven moved out of the way as I stood up on my own 2 feet, brushing the dirt off myself. Hello. Hi. No offense, but fuck were you doing? We have beds at home, you know. You don't have to sleep on the ground. You're not going narcoleptic on me, are you? No, no, it's nothing like that. I did it on purpose, actually. Why? Well, it's like, I don't know how else to say it, but I, I think, yeah, I think I can talk to ghosts. Don't laugh. I'm being serious. Yeah, no, I believe you. So did Jasper the friendly ghost invite you over for tea or Crowven? I really am being serious. I swear I'm not lying. If hey, come on. You don't gotta act like that. If you're serious, then I believe you. But sleeping outside is kinda a little fucking dangerous, yeah? So maybe like don't do that, especially all by yourself. Ah, right. Well, yo, Crowven. Crowven and I turned our heads to look toward the cemetery gates. Theodora and Sapara were on the other side. Theodora was waving over to us, hand high in the air. Sapara had her hands gripped tightly around the bars of the gate. She was bouncing up and down as if trying to get Crowven's attention, as if we couldn't already see them. Crowven turned around and walked over to the gate to talk to them, but they still didn't step inside. I followed behind at a distance. Well, look who finally decided to show up. Us? What about yourself? I'm always here. I'm supposed to be. What you doing in here anyways? Thought weren't allowed in here anymore. Huh, yeah. But I saw Mars asleep in here and had to wake her up. Sleep? She's fucking narcolept or something? Nah, Lee's pretty sure she's not. She just thinks she can talk to ghosts, that's all. You're kidding. Hey, don't laugh so loud. Can she show us then? I want to see. I don't know. Let's see. Yo, Mars, Crowven called out to me. You want to show the boys what you can do? Huh? Show us you can talk to ghosts. We were gonna go to a haunted place anyways. Haunted? Yeah, we were just gonna dick around and maybe pick up a Ouija board on the way there. But if you can talk to ghosts, then that's just as good, right? I feel like they're gonna make fun of her, but for the story wise, as well as I'm curious as to how they're going to respond, we are going to come with. Really? Yeah, maybe it'll be fun. Whoop, whoop. Come on, let's go. I followed Crowven and his friends out of the cemetery. I wasn't even sure where we were going, but I felt as though I couldn't decline their invitation. Especially since things didn't end that great with us the last time, I didn't want to leave a bad impression. But it was fine. I was sure that if I just stayed close to Crowven, I'd probably be okay. I followed close behind as they walked, talking amongst themselves. I wasn't really tuned into their conversation, too busy caught up on my own thoughts. And then after walking a while, we entered a much different part of the city. This area of the city was more suburban than anywhere else. There was an actual, well, houses, the kind with lawns and stuff, not just apartments. They weren't anything too special, just standard houses. I guess a house is worth if you really value your privacy, but these areas of town always felt so out of place. And since there were only houses here, no shops or anything like that, it felt like a trespasser entering this neighborhood, even if all we were doing was walking around. Like I said, I would stay close to Crowven, and I made a note of the house they were approaching, and then stopped in front of. Here she is, this house. It was a bit bigger and nicer than the others on the road. Had it not been for the state of despair that it was in, you could see the cracks in the windows all the way from the sidewalk, not to mention all the tall, unruly grass that probably hadn't been cut in ages. It looked like there was probably some sort of gate or fence at one point, but not anymore. There was nothing but stopping us from waltzing right up to the front door. This house is haunted? Well, this looks like it. Did someone die in here? Hell if I know. Then how can you be so sure it's haunted? Wouldn't being haunted imply there's a ghost here? Come on, no bickering. You're wasting time. Let's just go in already. We walked up to the front door. Crowven was able to open it with no resistance at all. As soon as the door was opened, an awful stench flooded out from the inside of the house. How long had this place been abandoned for? We stepped into the house and through an archway which led us into what looked like a living room. It was in shambles to say the least. I coughed after just a few steps inside. It felt hard to breathe, as if there was too much dirt in the air to really breathe properly. It was all very gross. Yuck. Didn't realize how fucking moist the air would be. Haven't you been here before? Kinda. Doesn't matter. We're here, so go on. Do your thing. Oh, what? The ghost thing? Uh, duh. That's kind of what you're here for. What she means is that we'd like to see you talk to ghosts like you claim to be able to. Oh, right. Well, I mean, it isn't that easy. So far, I've only been able to do it when I'm asleep. And, well, you just woke me up a little while ago. Aw, come on. I'm sure you can do it. You have to at least try. We didn't drag you all the way out here for nothing. But we don't even know if this place is even haunted. What if it's just a waste to begin with? Well, there's only one way to check that out then, is there? Still, like I said, I just woke up, you know? I know I'm usually pretty good at, like, just falling asleep wherever, but I don't think I can fall asleep this quickly after waking up. Crowven can sing you a lullaby. No, you do it. Aw, Crow, you know my singing voice isn't as angelic as yours. Mars, would you be able to fall asleep if I sang a lullaby? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Crow Boy's gonna sing for us! Fuck you. It's not for you. Crowven seemed embarrassed. Lay down on the couch. I'll try singing for you. I did what he asked of me. Everyone was already here, and I didn't want to let anyone down. Besides, it couldn't hurt to try, right? I laid back onto the old couch and closed my eyes, hoping that it wouldn't break beneath my weight. I heard Croven's friends begin to giggle amongst themselves as Croven cleared his throat, readying himself to sing to me. I must admit, I almost giggled myself when I heard him start to sing. Mary had a little lamb. Although I'm not sure I would describe his voice as angelic, it was actually pretty nice to listen to. The only songs he usually sings along to are loud punk ones, so it was nice change of pace. And despite how dank the air was, how itchy this sofa felt, I actually did end up finding myself drifting off to sleep. Suddenly, I was awake, and I was in the bathroom of the old house. Did it work? Was I in the same realm as the ghost again? Then maybe, maybe this house really was haunted after all. Hello? I called into the house. No response. I guess I'd better look around then. I got up from out of the tub, careful not to slip on my way out. I exited the bathroom and into the hallway. Looking down it, this house seemed a lot bigger on the inside, even though it seemed big enough on the outside already. I hoped it wouldn't get lost as I started to look around. The hallways were long and almost a bit disorienting. I had no idea what floor I was on or where the staircase was, or any idea how to get back to the entrance. But if I was here right now, surely there was someone's ghost that I could talk with, right? I'll I'll find my way around. But where should I look for them? Okay, so let's go and we have several options. Let's just go to the ajar door that we see. I looked towards a door at the end of the hall. It was slightly ajar. I walked over to it and opened it all the way. I looked inside the room. There was a bookshelf with hardly any books and a worn down, cozy chair to sit and read them in, but no ghost. I closed the door all the way this time and left it alone. All right, let's look at the cracked door this time. I approached a door with a large crack across the front. I went to go reach for the knob. Ah! There is none. It looks like it had fallen off some time ago. I tried to push the door open, but it wouldn't budge. I leaned over and peered into the hole where the knob should be. Nothing. Or rather, it's too dark to see anything. Oh well. All right. Door with the crystal knob. I approached a door that had a crystal knob on it. None of the other doors I had passed had something like this. It must have led to something special. I grabbed the knob on the door. The crystal felt cool on my hand. I turned the knob, but the door wouldn't open. Tried again, but it still would not open. I decided to just give up on it. I did not want to force it open. Besides, if it was locked, that probably meant I wasn't supposed to be in there anyways. All right, so let's go look at the broken door. I noticed there was a door that had been broken off of its hinges. It was placed precariously in front of the doorway it belonged to, so that it still covered it but wouldn't topple over. I walked over to it and grabbed the door with both hands. I lifted it up and then gently brought it to the side. I peered into the now open doorway. Little light from the windows leaked through, but it was enough to see with. There was an old metal frame, single bed on end of the room, and an old desk on the other. Other than that, there wasn't much else, and there was no ghost either. I placed the door back in front of the doorway the way I had found it. And the last option we have is window. I looked out the window to try to get a better gathering of where I was. Besides, it was probable that the ghost would be standing outside too, maybe in a garden or something. I wiped the dust off the window, coughing a bit as it came off and into the air. I cut my hands to the glass and peered outside. It was still pretty hard to see, but it appeared as if I was at least the second floor of the house. I didn't see anything outside though. Ghosty, where are you? I kept looking, but the place seemed completely empty. What was I going to do? Surely I'd be waking up soon, and when I did, I'm sure the others would be expecting to hear what I had found. Should I just make up a story of a ghost I met here? I mean, they wouldn't know the difference if I did, right? It seemed like that'd be my only option until footsteps. There was someone here after all. I heard them run away from my direction. Wait, come back! Followed after them. The direction they ran to, it led me to a door. When I opened it, there was a staircase behind it, leading upwards into what looked like an attic door. Climb it, that's our only option. Well, there's only one thing to do here. I climbed up the stairs and opened the attic's sole door. Upon reaching the top, I was confronted with another open doorway. Light was leaking through it. Was there a window up there? I walked closer, turned the corner, and then, um, I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. Take them down. I have to. Whoever you are. I took a step forward and reached my hands up. Oh! I stumbled backwards and fell into the floor. Dude, that was fucking funny. Oh my God. You should see the look on your face right now. I got you so good, dude. Wait, how is this? Okay, I'm confused, guys. How is this happening? I thought that Mary was asleep and so she's in like her dream stance. Is Zapara like not even a I'm confused. Okay. But did she not even actually fall asleep? Sniff. Whoa. I started to sob, bawl, quite loudly and embarrassingly. Zapara tried to talk to me, but I was too wrapped up in my own tears. I heard heavy thumps and faint, "Hey, what's going on?" as Crowven and Theodore found their way up to the attic to meet us. When they saw me, both of them seemed shocked and upset, and quickly diverted their attention to Zapara. Hey, what the fuck happened? The hell did you do to her, Zapara? Ugh, I wasn't even anything. I just pretended to hang from the noose and gave her a little spook when she got close. She's the one making a big deal of it. Dude, what the fuck? Not cool, dude. That wasn't the prank we agreed upon, asshole. You think you can just do whatever the fuck you want? Yeah, I do, because I can. Ugh, this shit's fucking stupid. I didn't do anything that bad. Bullshit. You didn't do anything that bad? Too fucking far, Zap. Ugh, whatever. Do you want me to say I'm sorry? Leave me alone. Mary, wait! I ran out of the attic. In fact, I ran all the way out of the house and kept running down the street until I got back to the more familiar areas of the city. Tears blurred my vision, but I kept running. I think I was just being fueled by my emotions at this point. I was so, I didn't want to think of any of them. Enough is enough. I tried so hard to be nice, to be polite, to be their friend, but it was clear to me now that they could never happen. I could never be friends with people like this. People like, and to think Crowven continues to be friends with them is no wonder he's been so mean to me lately. And as all this was going in my head, I still kept running and running and running and running until I bumped into somebody. Whoa, is everything all right? That voice. Reginald! Wondering when we're going to see him again. Are you okay? Huh? Oh, sorry. I'll get out of your way. Well, wait, just a minute now. You seem awfully worked up. What happened? No, no, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Not worry? Look at you. You're a mess. Ah, sorry. That probably wasn't the right choice of word, but you're clearly very distressed. Do you want to talk about it? No, no, it's fine. I'll just go home. Mary, would you come with me? Huh? Why? Well, I was actually on my way to a little place that calms me down, but I think you could use a trip there too. Oh, no, that's okay. Please, you really don't have to worry. I'll be fine. I would feel better if you come with me. Please? All right, I'll come with. Girl, we best to get kidnapped. Reginald gave me a soft smile after I said it. Thank you. I very much appreciate the company. Come, follow me. Even though he said follow me, Reginald grabbed me by my wrist and began to guide me down the sidewalk. I was a bit confused on the direction we were going, though. Is it this way? I didn't think this was much of anything on this road. Well, it's a bit of a secret, but that's part of what I like about it. If it gets too popular, then that'd ruin the very peaceful atmosphere they have. I think it's better if less people know. But I think I can trust you not to tell anyone about it. Oh, all right. I kept walking with him, and eventually we reached a more desolate area of the city. There was no more walking the streets, and all the windows of the buildings where we started to pass were all dark. No one had any of their lights on. There was no cars in the street either. It was strangely barren around here. Say, what street are we on? Are you sure we're going in the right direction? Yes, no need to worry. We're almost there. Okay. Then at a certain point, Reginald stopped walking. He looked down into the dark alley and then walked into it. Well, aren't you coming? I, uh, felt pretty weird walking down into this alley with no one around on a street I'm unfamiliar with, but he was waiting for me. I'm not going into a dark alleyway with a creepy man. I'm going to walk away. Given the recent events, I was going to say that I would be heading home instead. Reginald popped out from the alley once again and said, "What are you waiting for? It's this way." He grabbed me by the wrist again and pulled me inside. I had no choice. I told you guys we were getting kidnapped. Oh, getting kidnapped up in here. Okay, so he grabbed me by the wrist again and pulled me inside. He brought me to the door with a shiny and golden handle. It looked brand new amidst the grime of the alleyway. He raised a finger to his lips as if to say, and then he opened the door. Oh my. It was a coffee place. And it was adorable. Pretty string lights were hanging from the walls and ceilings. And calm music played throughout. There were decorations of intricate tapestries and an addition of some rugs to soften the hard concrete floor. This was a very few people, and they hardly made any noise as they spoke, as if they were in a library or trying not to disturb anyone else. Not to mention the aroma. Even if I didn't like coffee, I can't deny how pleasant the smell is. All of it together, it felt magical. See? I told you it was nice. This place seems so delightful. However did you discover it? That's a secret. But maybe I'll tell you one day. We stepped further into the building, Reginald closing the door behind us. And I followed him to the counter and he asked what I wanted. Oh, don't worry, I can pay for myself. No, please. I insist. Consider it a thank you for accompanying me. Are you really sure? Positive. Reginald ordered himself a coffee. I asked for hot chocolate for myself. Felt a little silly ordering it, but the barista didn't seem to care at all, even when I asked for marshmallows. After we got our drinks, Reginald and I plopped down on an empty couch in the building. You got a styrofoam cup? Paper, actually. And no worries, it's recyclable. I think the mugs they offer here are cute and better for the environment. But, well, how do I put it? I'm just particular about using the same things as other people, that's all. I believe they even allow you to bring your own mug, but that's a little silly, isn't it? To bring a mug from home? Because I would still need to wash it afterwards. And look absolutely absurd carrying a mug down the sidewalk. You've got a point there. Anyways, are you feeling any better? Oh, who? Me? Yeah, I guess so. I'm not crying anymore, so that's a good thing. I think. Thank you again for bringing me here. No need to thank me. I'm just glad you're feeling better. But if it's okay to ask about now, what had gotten you so upset in the first place? Well, I guess it's okay to talk about, especially since you wouldn't know these people anyways. Where do I start though? Well, I spent a lot of time with my kinda cousin, and I recently met his other friends. I told Reginald all about what had happened since I first met them. I don't know why. It was like I had to start with one thing, but then led into all the other things too. I told him about how intimidating they were when I met them, and about how they disrespected the cemetery, and about the incident that happened with them just today. Already I was trying to block it from my memory, and Reginald listened, nodding along as I talked. It felt nice to have someone listen to me. And then I ran into you on the sidewalk. Now we're here, I guess. Sorry for going on like that.
I am actually very happy you told me. It's not good to always let things weigh on you. You know, Mary, I must admit, not at all a violent person, but oh, I wish I could teach those adults a lesson right now. Where do they get off thinking that kind of behavior is alright?
No, no, it's okay. I just, I won't hang around them anymore. But at least I tried, right?
That's all you can do in this life. Try. But yes, don't worry about people like that. They clearly can't appreciate good things even when it's right in front of them.
Thank you. That's very sweet of you. And it means a lot to me too. Just then, I had received a text message. I took out my phone. Crowven had messaged me.
Mary, where'd you go? You're not at the cemetery. At least I don't see you here.
Okay, so we have three options that we can say. I'm not there. Are you looking for me? I don't want to see you right now. So I'm just going to ask him, are you looking for me? Actually, I put my phone away without responding to him. Reginald, are you busy?
No, not really. I was planning to run a few errands, but it's nothing that needs my immediate attention. Why do you ask?
Can I come along?
You want to run errands with me?
Yeah. I don't really feel like going home. At least not right now.
Well, if you're certain, you're more than welcome to come along. I would more than appreciate the company. Thank you again.
I spent the rest of the day helping Reginald with his errands. It wasn't anything too big. We bought some stuff from the hardware store, things he needs for a bit of DIY car repair, wrenches, screwdrivers, antifreeze, oils, but nothing too big to carry. I also helped pick up a few groceries. He was running low on milk and eggs, but he picked up some strawberries too before they got out of season. It wasn't anything too exciting, but it was nice to be able to do something simple with him and enjoy completing these simple tasks with someone who wasn't trying to trick me or make me cry. Before we knew it, I started to get dark. I told Reginald I ought to get going.
Get home safely then, alright?
I promised him I would, and then went to catch the next bus home. Well, at least my day wasn't completely bad, or at least that's what I thought initially. But once I made it home, I opened the door to the someone was waiting for me, and he was not happy. About fucking time you got home. Where the hell were you? You didn't answer any of my fucking texts. Of course I didn't. I'm mad at you. You're mad at me? I'm the one who's supposed to be mad here. Do you have any fucking idea what you could have happened to you? It can't be any worse than what you and your friends did to me. Is this really what this is about? Get the fuck over it, Mary. Alright, so none of you even apologized. I can't get over it that easily. Y'all just wanted to make fun of me. You all just wanted to make fun of me. Ugh, seriously? It's not like I can't fucking control every little thing they do. You should know how they are by now. Besides, what they do isn't my fucking fault, so I don't know why the fuck you're getting so fucking mad at me. Because you let them do it. You never say anything. Maybe they'd stop if you didn't keep letting it happen. Hey, don't start turning this back on me. Maybe if you weren't such a sensitive crybaby, we wouldn't be having this problem. Alright, so three options. I can't believe you'd say that. Don't call me a crybaby. And you're making fun of me again. I cannot believe you'd say something like that to me. Oh, give me a goddamn break. You know, maybe that's why you'd mean me lately. Huh? Come again? Fuck is that supposed to mean? Hanging around such awful people. No wonder you're becoming such a bad person. Oh, really now? That's how you feel. Okay.
So three options. I didn't mean it. Not. No, it isn't. Not. It's not what I meant. I don't think he took it in the exact way. Yeah, it's definitely how I feel. I don't know at what point you stopped, but you definitely aren't a good person anymore. I don't know who this person is, but the Crowven I knew would have never been so cruel. Crowven you knew? Ain't that rich. Let me tell you something. The Crowven you knew died with the other fucking Crowensons. Crowven. You can't say that. I'm so fucking over this already. If you really hate me that much, why are you even still here? I can't believe this shit. I didn't mean any of it. I'm sorry. Then maybe I should just leave if that's how you feel. Maybe you should. And take all your stupid fucking baggage with you. Groven stormed off after that. I went the other way and marched upstairs. Felt like crying all over again, but I think I used up all my tears for the day. I was going to text the number again because, well, it's what I always do before I go to bed. But when I opened my phone, I was surprised to see I had a few messages from someone else. It was Twyla. I hadn't really seen her since the night at the club. Hey, Mary. I know it's late, so I don't blame you if you're already in bed, but I figured I'd ask him anyways. Since it's not overly time sensitive, I'm going to be at the library tomorrow looking for anything I can find that might help with our town's little problem. I figured you could come and help me research if you're up for it. Yeah, I can come help. I think that's a really good idea. I'll be sure to be there first thing tomorrow. Well, I don't know if I'll be there that early, but I'm sure to see you there. I had agreed to meet with Twyla. Maybe part of me did it in spite of Crowven, but it would be a nice distraction, I think. A distraction from all the bad stuff that happened today. And I wouldn't have to think about it tomorrow. When I got up the next morning, I hurried myself out of the house. I wasn't even sure if Crowven was still home, but I wasn't going to stick around long enough to find out. I headed to the library as quickly as I could that morning. And even though Twyla said she wasn't going to be around so early, she was still there when I arrived. Twyla, you're already here. Oh, hey. Yeah, I'm here. I thought you said you wouldn't be here so early. I don't think it's super early, but that's not the point. You're here to help with research, right? Oh, yeah, of course. Just tell me what I need to do. I'm going to need you to fetch some books for me. Twyla handed me a list of books she needed. I worked in the library before, so I know they're here. I just want you to pick a few up for starters. All right, I think I can do that. Yeah, I sure hope so. I took Twyla's list and began to grab the books for her. There were a few psychology books, but also some filled with like periodicals. And is that how you describe it? I don't know. But what I did know is that if I kept carrying so many books at once, I'd topple over. It's happened before. I began to hand them over to Twyla. She seemed very focused as she took the books from me. Sometimes when I hand her a book, she slid one over to me with the pages open. I would close it and go to return it on the proper shelf. It was only after a few books that I realized she was probably anticipating I read the passages she had open to me. Oh well. I kind of just continued fetching her books and shelving them back again absent-mindedly. It just seemed like the best thing for me to do to be able to help. I doubted I would understand the information as well as she did. I am, well, not the brightest at times. You're distracted. Huh? Am I? You certainly seem a bit out of it. Is everything all right? Well, I had a fight with a friend last night and we still haven't made up. I see. Well, that's not going to help us here. Huh? If you want to help, you're going to have to pull yourself together. You know, the issue we're dealing with is much more serious than whatever dumb fight you and your friend had like. I guess. Yeah. Sorry. Are you going to be like this the whole time? I don't know. You can leave. Huh? Are you sure? I thought you needed my help.
Clearly, you aren't going to be any help to me like this. Oh, don't take it so harshly. I'm doing you a favor, if anything. I'll call you up again another time and need something for. Just remember not to forget about all of this, okay? Okay, I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help. It's fine. See you later. See you. I left the last of the books on the table for her and then headed out of the library. I wasn't much help at all, was I? All because I was too. Dude, what the fuck? Crowven? What the fuck were you doing with her? Didn't I already tell you to stay away from her? What did you just like not listen or not care? Ugh, you're just pissing me off at this point, aren't you? I'm I'm trying to help her with something, not like it's any of your business in the first place. Ha! Excuse me? That girl's definitely my business, especially if she's talking to you. What's so bad about her? You can't just tell me to do something and not explain why. Why not? You don't trust me anymore, huh? I guess it's just as well. Let me tell you this then. Either you stay the fuck away from her, or you stay the fuck away from me. Proven, proven stomped past me after that. And that's going to be all for today, guys. I feel like that was a lot. That honestly was a lot. And was not expecting to run into Crowven there by any means. So this is definitely going to make things interesting. We're going to just have to see how everything plays out next episode. Sure hope to see you guys there. But if you did happen to like today's episode, go ahead and leave a like to let me know you enjoyed. Subscribe if you'd like to become part of the Titty Tat Army. And if you'd never like to miss a post, push that bell icon. Now, you spread positive vibes. I'll spread positive vibes. Until next time, I hope you have a perfectly wonderful day. Bye.